In the 1940s, Viktor Frankl served as a prisoner in the Nazi concentration camps. He endured hunger, cold, fear, and cruelty, but not his loss of meaning. He watched men collapse the moment they believed their suffering had no purpose. Others he saw survive the impossible odds because they clung to a vision, a loved one's face, unfinished work, a future they refused to abandon. Meaning, he found, was not given by circumstance but wrestled from them, and it was this stubborn act of finding purpose that kept hope alive when everything else had been stripped away. What is hope? A neuroscientist or a physicalist would tell you that it's the firing of synaptic processes in your brain, producing a chemical that allows you to feel good. But that is empty. It's a statement of fact. It's not what you experience. What you experience is the belief that everything is going to be okay, that in the end it'll all be okay, and if it's not okay, then it's not the end. The feeling of hope, that is qualia. Qualia, a feeling, the subjective experience that one gets. I can write and write all day until my hand is blue and frail, but my words will never capture the essence of what having hope feels like. The thing that kept those prisoners alive while they saw what they believed to be humanity fade before their eyes, these words, even their words, can never capture qualia. The words may light a spark in your primitive brain that simulates your qualia of hope. It's not their qualia of hope. Their two different experiences evolved from the same evolutionary root on her sprawling tree. But hope's cousin, faith, comes in. Faith is the bridge in an individual's hope and shared emotional reality. It's your acceptance to a story of meaning. It's the sympathy we have when we hear what the prisoners had to endure. Whether said stories are good or bad, we have faith that these stories are real. For to have any sympathy at all, one must have faith that I am who I say I am, and that the story is real. Our collective faith is belief, another cousin branching off of evolution's tree. Belief. Belief is the shared reality you and I and us have. It's what keeps society functioning. It's what pays the bills, and it's what makes the bills come in the first place. It is through this idea of belief that we get legitimacy. Legitimacy is belief of authority. It powers institutions, our money, our jobs, our police and politicians. They're all social constructs, yes, but they are given this power because of our shared faith, hope, and belief in their legitimacy. Legitimacy is what gave rise to the American Revolution, civil rights movements, and the movements towards equality. It's given power to groups who wanted a different way of life beyond what they were subjected to. It's not perfection, but it's hope and belief in pursuit of something bigger than themselves. But that same legitimacy gave belief and hope to the Nazis to torture the Jews, the gay people, the blacks, the disabled, the drug addicts, the Polish, and more. It was given to them by faith and beliefs. At one time, there was hope that the party would restore Germany. Knowledge. Knowledge is a set of facts and information or skills. Knowledge is what brings about progress in science and technology. It is what harnesses the atoms that control the cancerous cells in your body. It's what allows us to mass-produce engines for cars and planes and travel. It's the control of light and sound we have mastered that allows this specific information that I am writing you to pass through space and time. Knowledge will tell you why. It will tell you why you believe in others' stories. It will tell you how your faith is an evolutionary adaptation meant to protect you. Knowledge will also give you power, the power to create, to control, or to destroy. But knowledge's downfall is that it only consists of facts, and facts can only come from experimentation. To have knowledge is to know something has happened. And to know, you have to test. Knowledge is powerless in predicting an unknowable future. What you are looking for is wisdom. Wisdom, the qualia of knowledge's past. Though wisdom is bigger than knowledge. Wisdom uses knowledge, the whole of knowledge, the bad data with the good, the outliers and the trends. It doesn't test, it accepts. It transcends knowledge, it predicts, it adjusts on the life raft within the infinite sea of information. True wisdom cannot be stored like knowledge. True wisdom comes from incremental experience, from the qualia of knowledge. Knowledge tells you legitimacy comes from belief, faith, and hope. But with wisdom, you can feel legitimacy. You will feel the tides before they begin to turn. You can act to protect the bad actors abusing the legitimacy before or even while they abuse you. Once wisdom is lost, hope is lost. Legitimacy hardens into power for power's sake. This is crisis. Crisis is when the branches of hope and belief and faith have been severed from evolution's tree. When only the branches that serve the legitimacy are spared, all that is left is the branches of knowledge upon the now skinny and wasting tree. And because knowledge can only ever look backwards, legitimacy takes place of wisdom in the present and our visions of the future. The future lies only within the authority of legitimacy. Hope is but a distant memory. When knowledge and legitimacy is the only bond we have, hope is lost. The legitimacy of the Nazis allowed them to sever hope. They tore people from their optimism, relegating hope to shame. They took faith and belief with it and forced upon a flurry of knowledge that was detached from the humanity it said it was serving. For the knowledge, the technology, the science, it was all only there to serve the legitimacy of the party at all costs. But the funny thing about humans is that we're pesky. We're the prisoner who hides a scrap of bread for a weaker comrade, even when hunger gnaws at our own stomach. We're the dissident who whispers forbidden words in the dark, knowing it may cost their life. We're the parent who clutches a child's hands through the march, carrying in mind a vision of a day when the child will run free. Our hope will never leave us. It may be severed from our beliefs, but humans always find a way to look in the mirror to resuscitate our hope. Sometimes it's not until after we have committed these horrid atrocities. Even when an invisible wall rises before us, we lean against it, searching for the crack that will let us through. For to give your memories away to knowledge and science and the legitimacy that steals your hope is to lose your humanity. For to lose any hope is to lose humanity.